Good morning, everybody. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there and those mamas who are doing it all alone. Happy Father's Day to you as well. I hope everybody's doing great on this wonderful Sunday. The weather is beautiful here. Uh, and I'm out in my garden. I'm feeling better. I canceled my show yesterday. I don't think I've ever had a cold quite this bad. I mean, it was just horrendous. I know I whine a lot about it, but I kind of took yesterday off and just laid around, did a few little chores, nothing major. And I'm feeling a lot better today. But I'm out here in the garden and it's looking really lovely. It's starting to actually look like a garden. We've been having a water pressure problem, so it's not running my sprinkler that I have on my pole out here. Usually that sprinkles the whole garden, and I leave it on all night, and I only have to do it like every other day. But I just put one of those little metal sprinklers on a hose, put it in the middle of each bed. It took like all of one day and part of yesterday doing that, which was a pain in the rear, but my garden was nice and wet. Um, but I wanted to come out here and kind of show you some of the stuff that's changing. Okay, so let's go gardening. Start in the buckets. Look at my horseradish. It's really gotten quite large. My catnip is really tall, beautiful. I'm going to have to harvest that. My potatoes are looking really nice. And my lemongrass is starting to kind of go to seed. Probably should pinch the top of that off. And did I say lemongrass? I meant lemon balm, I'm sorry. And right next door, look at the lemongrass. It's come out nicely. I'm so glad that this guy has survived. My comfrey is looking really lovely. I've got some beans that are coming up that the bugs have not annihilated. Got a little marigold hiding down in the cruciferous bed. I do have a little tiny crown of broccoli and cabbage. Oh, the cabbage is wanting to head up, which is good. And my Chinese cabbage, I have two of them in here, and I just kind of left them, but look at them. It's a sacrificial plant, so the bugs can have those. And the kale's looking lovely. Everything's looking pretty darn good, actually. And look at my beautiful, my mustard over there, the regular mustard is going to seed. But look at my wasabi mustard. Yum, yum, yum. My Swiss chard getting eaten. And everything else looks pretty good. Then if we come across the way, I did harvest some beautiful basil yesterday. And I harvested some beet greens. These bigger ones are kind of bitter, but the littler ones were delicious. I made a stir fry with that. Spinach is trying to go to seed. Oh, there it is, sorry. Keep trying to snip that off. I don't think my beets are bulbing up yet. I'm trying to look. I don't see them bulbing up yet. But that's okay. That's the best I've ever grown beets, at least the green part. My onions, bunching onions, are doing quite well. And my flowers, bee balm, and this is a ground cherry my sister gave me. Look at my beautiful calendula. It just is gorgeous. We have a little marigold right there. More bee balm, purple cone flower. This is the little tiny, I direct sowed this little okra. It's doing well. The other okras, look, it's wanting to, right here, get a little bloom there. The peas, I need to harvest these peas again. Celery is looking great. I'm just letting this one go to seed so I could have celery seed. And the dill is getting really tall. Look at this guy. It's headed out. These were closed up yesterday. Today they're open. Got little marigolds going on down there. These guys, the yarrow is looking really lovely. It's a beautiful little plant. I'm still getting blooms on my purple peas. So as long as they're setting blooms, they've got a lot of baby peas on them. As long as they're setting blooms right here, and there's baby ones, I'm not going to take those out yet. Radishes are doing great. Another beautiful, more radishes over there, beautiful. This is the giant marigold, so pretty. And my little asparagus is doing great. And look, this is another little asparagus that has joined the party. I don't have any, in this row. Something is digging right in there. I've got my squirrel trap. See that? Right there. I don't have my squirrel trap ready. There's actually a cherry pit in my garden. That's odd. We don't even have cherries over here. And, you see, here we go. Let's go on this side. We've got our poor little lone hibiscus still hanging in there. It's a beautiful flower. And let's see, there's a buttercup squash. It's coming out of it. These are cucumbers, radishes, more cucumbers, but they're starting to go up the trellis. All right, my chamomile is really starting to take off. And I need to trim up some of the leaves on my eggplants. They're getting new baby leaves in the middle. I think everything needs some nutrition. But look at there. Pepperoncini. And our, what do you call those things? Tomatillos are doing good. They're blooming. And what in the world is this on my leaf here? What is that? I want to show you this. Hold on. There it is. A bird? It's a bird poop. I thought it was a bug. Look at all the new growth on this tomato. These are the Oregon Springs. And you come around the corner over here, and we've got more okra. It's hanging in there. But all the tomatoes are looking really lovely over here. Our little crooknecks that we direct sowed are looking good. And then we've got some other squash coming in, tromboncinos. Here's the tromboncinos that I planted. The bugs have gotten a little bit of those. Here's my little moonbeam tomatoes. This guy is an acorn squash. And this is a lemon cucumber. Here's a silver slicer cucumber. There's a pole beans over there. Here's my Aunt Ruby's green tomatoes. Not quite blooming yet, but they're growing lovely. Another giant marigold. It's taller than anything right now. We've got some peppers over here. Got 3 marigolds right in the middle of this bed, and they're doing fabulous. This is this is one of my little black Tula tomatoes. This is where I took out and harvested all my garlic. It was huge, the best bulbs I've ever gotten so far, biggest. And then over here we've got some more Oregon Spring, a couple of peppers. This garlic over here is very small, stemmed. It's all the same garlic, so I don't know what's going on there. Poor little zinnia. Everything's eating my zinnias. It's crazy. I've never had that problem either. And then we have one lone survivor bean over in this bed. This is a ideal market bean. These are the babies that I planted. Look at that. This was my Blue Lake pole bean. I think that's what that one was. But I do have one lone survivor of the cilantro. I planted a bunch of zinnias and cilantro the other day. Pests are eating the dill. These dill seem to be doing okay. They're getting bigger. All the beans just annihilated. It's terrible. My cucamelon is starting to put off new leaves, so it might thrive. I don't know. Stinging nettle is doing lovely. I do have some Tulsi or holy basil that is, I'm on the opposite bed over here, that I need to plant out here. I was waiting for it to get as big as it possibly could. Let's see, we've got little blooms on this pepperoncini. Look at this one. There's like four little peppers on this guy. That's crazy. That's a pepperoncini. The Marconi back here is not blooming yet. We've got a few Marconis not blooming, but they're looking lovely. And look at this bell pepper. Got a little baby. It's getting bigger. This one has another one. Now, I wanted to show you. Oh, yeah. I've got blooms on my Oregon Spring. Let's see, where is they? Right here. Look. My Oregon Spring, one of them is starting to bloom, so that's good. Because we got a late start this year, but it's going to be quite hot for quite some time. All right, so we got our oregano and then our one borage that's managed to survive. So hopefully it will. Oh, it looks like it's going to bloom. Well, this guy is a definite survivor. Look at that. And then we've got dill, more dill. I'm not very good with my camera this morning. I'm sorry. We have one lone little chamomile. And we've got our calendulas. I don't know if you watched my gardening channel last year, but I had one lone calendula and it was planted like right here that survived, and it was huge, and I got so many flowers off of it. My parsley is going to seed, flat leaf and curly, so there's lots of parsley seeds there to be had. Also some over here. Look at this poor little, I just picked these and look at them, they're all ready to snip the tops off again. The basil. Bugs are eating all of this kind of stuff. Normally they don't eat that kind of stuff, at least here. My thyme is really pretty. It's going to seed. So is my beautiful purple sage. And the strawberries have finally quit producing, I think. They're just green and pretty. Look. One zinnia bud so far, which is a miracle because they have been getting eaten to pieces too. So this is the very back of my bed, and I'm not, oh, I am seeing some strawberries. Just not like they were. They could use some food too. This is the Haas, I call them Haas, watermelon. It seems to be doing fairly decent. It's growing up this spindly little vine. I'll have to make little hammocks for them once they come on. Some of the strawberries have infiltrated over to this last bed, And then I have planted some seeds. Oh, that's part of it's a strawberry runner right there. Planted some seeds over here and over here, but nothing has sprouted yet. We've got sunflowers in the back there. And this zinnia seems like it's managed to survive. And it looks like it's getting a bloom on it. So I will have some zinnias. I think I'm going to plant some. I don't know if I want to plant them in the house or not, because hopefully these guys down here will come up. But whether the bugs eat them or not, I do not know. Here is spaghetti squash. There's two right there, and they haven't, knock on wood, gotten eaten yet. My moonbeam that was right here broke off. Let's see, I want to look on this side. This is not looking really healthy, but it's got new leaves on it. This is a homemade pickle, so hopefully, oh, there's two of them here. They've got new leaves. Well, shoot, this even has a baby cucumbers on it. Wow. What do we say? Seeds and plants just want to grow. It's amazing. I also wanted to show you this around these pepper beds here. These are all volunteer tomatillos. I'm just going to let them grow. They get a little bigger, I might be able to transplant them. Last but not least, I got my ginger. It's hanging in there. And look at my little artichokes. Artie and Andrew. My mint bed is looking pretty good. I soaked it really well yesterday. This is the type of sprinkler I'm having to use right there. But it does its job. So I have done my research. Hold on. I've been doing my research yesterday, and let me get out of the sun here. There we go. And can you see all these chemtrails up here? They're terrible. They've been really bad up here lately. We've never had them, ever. So anywho, I'm off topic here. But I am going to order soaker hoses. And that way I don't have to worry about the water pressure. It'll be enough to run all of those. It's just a matter of how much I need for all of these beds. I have 1, 2, 3, 5. I have 5 4 by 10 or 12. And then the other ones are all butted up against each other behind that. So I have a lot of growing area to cover with the soaker hoses. So I think this is all I have for you today. It was mainly just a kind of a garden tour just to see what everything is doing. Things are producing. I'm eating out of my garden, which is always a blessing. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And have a great day. I hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. And thank you as always for watching, subscribing, and sharing and commenting on my channel. God bless you all. Love you. Happy gardening. Bye-bye.